Linda Mollett here. Welcome to my craft room. It is Tuesday, September the 9th, and we are going to be stamping tonight with the Traditions of Christmas suite, but in a different way. Because I'm not making a Christmas card tonight. I'm trying to get Facebook. What you do to me? You just make my life difficult. All right, there we got that going. I'm going to share this into my VIP group, and then we'll get started on this amazing white and gold birthday card. This would make a really nice, hello, Norma. This would make a really nice anniversary card. If you don't need a birthday card, it's actually a very pretty card that can do a whole bunch of different things. Hi, Alice. Hello, Connie. Okay, there, got it all set up. So thank you, Facebook, for going back to normal. Remember the 2 weeks ago, it was like a little teeny tiny picture back from normal. Hello, Carol from New Brunswick. Welcome. I have my Stamping Up shirt on. Shall I stand? Look, isn't this cool? So we went to Las Vegas 2 years ago in August and Stamping Up for one of the leaders conventions and Stamping Up. Hello, Kim and Mary. Stamping Up took us to Cirque du Soleil Love, and they gave us a t-shirt. It was really cool to see everybody walking in with the same t-shirt. And now I wear it because I love it. Hello, Renee. Oh, Carol. Hello. Yeah, I'm not recovered yet either, Carol. Yeah, Viva Las Vegas. I'm going there in November, and I can't wait. We're going back for the next leaders convention. I'm all booked, flights, hotels, roomies, everything is booked. Hello, Janet. Okay, so tonight I'm making a white and gold card with the Traditions of Christmas, which is the featured suite for my Winter Creative Escape. You've got 6 days left to register for the escape. And then I start prepping and buying, and no more registration. The weather should be nice. Oh, yeah, when we were in Vegas 2 years ago, August, they had a flood. They had a tremendous rainstorm, and downtown Vegas flooded. And downtown Vegas has all these underground tunnels for water runoff because they're in the desert and water doesn't go into the ground, it runs off. Unfortunately, that's where a lot of the homeless people sleep. Yeah, it wasn't a pretty thing. Hello, Janet. Okay, so back to my card. I decided that this suite can make other than Christmas cards. So tonight, that's what we're going to do. Tomorrow night, I've got a fun fold Christmas card for you, but tonight we're going to make a birthday card. There we go. Got things organized. Perfect. So here's the card. Look at this. Look at all the texture. Would that make a pretty 50th wedding anniversary card too? Look at all that. So I've used some of the Traditions of Christmas suite. I'm just grabbing my catalog here so we can open it up and show you. So the suite contains traditional labels bundle, the Christmas greenery bundle, the embossing folder, the, what are they called? Traditional sparkling sequins and real red sparkle ribbon. And of course, the amazing designer paper. So I'm not going to be using these at all. I'm just going to be using parts of this and a few extra dies added on because I did. Well, hello, Dimity and Lena. Welcome. Okay, so I will be, oh, I forgot to get my gold embossing powder. I'll have to go do that. Secret C and Versamark ink. Christmas greenery bundle. There's the stamp set. The stamp I'm using, and I'm going to color it with blends. And then the dies, these two dies I will be using. The Peace on Earth dies, those are the two that make up. I guess if I showed this to you, it would help. The labels in behind. Traditional labels dies is where this came from. And the stamp, oh, and then I'm going to use Peaceful Greenery bundle because that's the ones that these labels fit inside. Now, the happy birthday comes from Beautiful Butterflies, and it's straight. And if you were with me last night, you will remember I showed you how you can twist your photopolymer stamps. We're going to do that again tonight. And then the inside and the envelope are Charming Day. Then I'm going to finish it off with Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink gems. But they're not really Pretty in Pink and Strawberry Slush. I'm going to be using, they're also gold. I'm going to be using the gold ones because they come in Strawberry Slush, Pretty in Pink, and gold. Okay, so I just have to grab my heat gun and gold embossing powder. There we are. Good thing about my craft room is it's so small that I can grab things really quickly when I forget them. Of course, I only have so many plugins, so then I have to unplug something. Make sure I don't knock my water over with my heat gun. We're good to go. Deep breath. Okay, so I'm going to start with the supplies. Thick basic white cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4 and folded in half. 2 pieces of basic white, 5 1/4 by 4, one inside, one on the front. A piece 2 1/4 by 4 for the flower, and I put an F on there so I knew what it was for. And a piece that is 2 by 3 3/4 for the white part of the tag. Then a piece of white that is 2 3/4 by 4 to cut the leaf out, the white one in the background. Hi, Susan. Then I have 1.5 by 4 for the sentiment. A piece of gold foil that is 2 1/4 by 4, and I'm going to cut 2 leaves out of it. And then a piece that is, oh no, that's 3 by 4 for those, and 2 1/4 by 4 for the tag. Whew, there's a lot of stuff. Okay, let's get the embossing done, and then I can put my machine to die cutting. Hello, Eva. Thank you. Hello, Anne from Australia. Welcome. I was in a meeting at 4 o'clock, and there was a couple of Australian ladies in it. And it was me getting ready for dinner time, and they were having their morning coffee. Kind of lovely. All right. So this suite is not only for Christmas. You can use it for all sorts of things. So there's the embossed piece for the front. And we'll put that there out of my way. That I need to stamp on. And that I need to stamp on. So I'll put those over there. This I'm going to die cut the sentiment out. I'm only going to use one piece of it, but the die cut cuts out both of them, so that's what I'm going to do. The L is the leaf. So I'm going to die cut that leaf. And then I have a T for the tag. So that's the smaller of the 2 tags. And then I'm going to grab the gold piece for the other tag And we'll die cut that. And that's all that I can fit on my cutting plate. So we'll cut those in. There we go. So Carol, are you getting recovered from it was a busy weekend for you, but it's not just a weekend. Carol also volunteers for the Fall Fair, but she is the vice president of the Fall Fair Society. So her job is so much bigger than mine was. And Fall Fair Society people, they work for months ahead of time. Okay, so we die cut those. Die cut that. I'm putting my dies back so I don't lose them. And to get them out of my way. So did everybody have a good day today? I got a lot accomplished today. I was excited. I have a team meeting coming up on Monday, and I had to get the stamping project that we're doing done. And we have a apparently this gold is not big enough. Oh well, I'm not using the tails anyways. We'll see if I can get both of them on here. We're having my Silver Sisters and I are having an all-day team event on Saturday. There will be 12, I think, demonstrations from the Silver Sisters for our teams. And I had to get that project done because I hadn't done that yet either. So I was creating today, which was nice. I did get my walk in. Went out first thing in this morning and did my walk. Got that over with. Let's see if I can get another one out of this or if I have to go and cut another piece. I think I'm going to do it. I would make that piece of gold a little bit bigger. Okay. And remember when I said I never get messages until I go live and then people start to message me? I just got one. Oh, Carol went back to her real job today. Oh my, they must be excited to have you back. It was a long, hot fair, but oh man, we had fun. It was a good fair. Okay, that's that done. Now I'm going to put the glue on that, and then I'm going to stamp. I'm going to stamp the flower and cut it out, and then we'll color it. But this way I get my glue starting to dry while I'm doing other things. I'm not putting glue right at the top because I don't want them, I want them to be loose at the top rather than stuck down permanently. And then we'll do this one too. This one, first of all, I'm going to cut the stem off because we don't need it and I don't want it showing. There we go. Okay. Hi, Susie. Oh, Alice, you didn't get your walk in. That's 2 days in a row, girl. Where's your commitment? It's fine. I don't know why. I just all of a sudden decided that I'm going to walk every day. And I've been vigilant about it since February. And I told myself that if it's pouring rain, you don't have to walk. Give myself a little bit of grace. But if it's not pouring rain, your body needs to be out there. I think I've had maybe 2 days since February where it's rained hard most of the day and I didn't get my walk in. The rest of the time, of course, it rained a bit when I was in Quesnel, but it was in Quesnel. I was in Quesnel and it wasn't raining up there, so I had to do my walk anyways. So I did this in Versamark, and now I'm going to put gold embossing powder on here as soon as I find it. Of course, I put it underneath the stuff I put glue on. So I'm kind of impressed with myself that I haven't come up with an excuse why I'm not walking. I stick my ear pods on, put a podcast on, and away I go. Okay, I'm going to cook this before it gets mushed. The smoke did you in? Oh, yes. You guys are still getting smoke. Hello, Diane. Renee did some housework and made a birthday card for her grandson and a fall card for a friend. That's awesome. I read on Facebook that we've got another fire that they discovered today. Down in the same area of town that the last one was, but not towards Bamfield. It's out off of a logging road, and it started today. And it was only like 0.09 hectares or something this afternoon when they found it. So hopefully they'll jump on that. We don't need another fire, I tell you. This is the worst year I ever remember. Well, we used to be called the Wet Coast, and we haven't had rain in so long. Like I said, I've been walking every single day, which means we have not had fires. There we are. Now I need light bubble bath and light soft sea foam. We will color that. First of all, let's die cut it. It's right by your house? Oh, by houses. Yes. Yeah, right. There are houses out in that area. Yeah, it sucks. I tried to find the location on the map, but it wasn't very precise exactly where it was in relationship to where the houses are. Carol, oh, wow, that's not good. Carol said it's across from Cox Lake Blueberry Farm, which is out Ship Creek Road, which is halfway to where it was last time. Carol's one of the company that Carol works for. They help the fire service people out. So she would know where it is. Hello, Shannon. Shannon says a couple of years ago she was in Sycamoose and we were evacuated. It was scary. Yes, that was a horrible fire that was out that way. I remember that year. I was watching Ange McKay do her Facebook Live. They have a house in Sorrento, which is out by Sycamoose. And in the middle of her Facebook Live, she had to stop and evacuate. It was awful. Okay, so I'm going to use Secret C now, and we're going to stamp Happy Birthday. And it's straight, and I don't want it straight. I want it curvy. So first thing I'm going to do is cut off the piece I want to use. I love this die exactly because of this. So you can die cut this, and now I got this one I can use for another one. Lots of trees and houses out there. Oh, Carol, Mike, we need another fire. Okay, so this is going to curve like this. Happy, and then birthday is going to curve that way. So when I put it on this, it's going to curve up on happy and then down on birthday. And I just start out with a guess of how I want it to curve, and that's way too curvy. So we'll lessen the curve. And then we have to increase this curve. There we go. So just play with it until you get it. Of course, you guys can't see it because I haven't got it on. You just play with it till you get it in the curve that you want. All right, we will stamp this. Now you could use Versamark and gold embossing powder on this too. There we go. See, that one didn't turn out too bad. All right, so while I'm here with the ink open, let's do the inside and the envelope. Can't do it on this though, because that stays wet when I stamp on that, and then I get ink everywhere when I decide that I want to stamp it part on and part off. Right there. Right there. And the envelope. So hopefully we're going to start getting our fall rain soon. We had a little bit of rain yesterday, but it wasn't enough to do more than say it spit. Envelope is done. Sentiment is done. We can assemble now. All right. We're going to attach the white frame to the gold frame. Make sure I got everything. I do. Okay. White frame to the gold frame. I love the shape of these frames. They are so pretty. Elegant. And then it fits inside the embossed piece. You see that embossed piece and where that fits in there like that. And you just line it up. And presto, we have a centered sentiment piece. Well, except I put it on there crooked, but it's fine. Okay, and we're going to put one die cut here. And we're going to put one die cut there. And then we're going to put the white one in the center, like that. And we will attach this whole thing to the card base. And then I just have to color the floral image. Move it over a bit because I kind of want it centered. There we go. All right. Now, I'm just doing a little bit of coloring. So it's just, I'm not coloring the whole flower. I like to leave white around the edges for a more softer look. And when you are coloring with Stampin' Blends, don't go over top of your embossing powder because it will take the shine out of it. So you have to be a little bit careful when you're coloring. And you could go in with the color lifter afterwards and smooth out those edges a little bit. But this is such a light color that I'm not going to bother doing that. A little bit here. So who got this sweet, and have you made other than Christmas cards with it? I need to find my happy anniversary and make a happy anniversary card. I don't know anybody besides us that are going to have a gold wedding anniversary anytime soon. Our 50th wedding anniversary is next year. I still haven't told hubby that we can't go out for dinner on our anniversary because I have a class. He hasn't asked either, so he'll be fine with it. We usually go out to Little Bavaria, which is our German food place. It is fabulous. And it's funny because I have a friend here in town who got married at exactly the same time, the same date, the same time as we did. And they usually go to Little Bavaria for their anniversary as well. They got married here in Port Alberni, and then they went to Victoria for their anniversary or for their honeymoon. And we got married in Victoria, and we went to Tofino for our honeymoon. It's kind of weird how things are the same but different. They say it's a small world, and it definitely is. Eva says she definitely wants to get it after seeing me make this card. It's so pretty. I love it. Like I said, when I started playing with it, I had to force myself to put it down because I had so many other projects I needed to get done, which is why I was so late getting my team one done and my um, super team one done for this weekend. Oh, hello, Carol. Carol says her 50th is next year too. Well, happy anniversary. Okay, this is going up on dimensionals. I would love on our 50th to go back to Tofino. Maybe we'll be able to get away for a few days. They usually give local people, local as in the Alberni Valley area, they usually give us a discount starting in the fall to stay out there. So maybe I'll be able to book a hotel for a couple of nights instead of hauling our trailer all the way out there, because it'd probably be the same price. We went there for our 25th. We spent time in one of the resorts for our 25th, and then we had dinner at the Wickaninnish Inn. Talk about an amazing dinner, tell you. Okay, so this is going to go here like that. Anne says the suite is beautiful. It is. I agree with you. Kim says her 50th is in April. Well, happy anniversary. Man, there's a whole bunch of people are going to be celebrating their 50th next year. 1976 was a good year. I'm just taking my things off of my dimensionals here. And we're going to put this right here, like that. And then this is going to go over top like that. So I just want dimensionals on each end. I'm not going to put them in the middle because they're going to be up over top of that one that already has dimensionals. If you are watching on Facebook, give me a little love with those emojis. And if you're watching on YouTube, give me a thumbs up, please. And thank you. Oh, look at that. Is that not stunning? Maybe we should put some Winky on it. Let's put Winky on the flowers. Oh my gosh. So pretty. And it's so delicate and soft. Now, what other colors could you do this card in besides bubble bath and soft seafoam? Would you do light, soft, and subtle card, or would you do a bright card? I got to sneeze. Hang on. Pardon me. You know, sneezes happen every time. Sorry, I've got messages coming in. I had to get rid of them. Aw, thanks, you guys. We got to put the inside in. I didn't color the inside yet. Let's color the inside. And I'm going to use the same colors. Nobody got any ideas of what other colors you could use for this to make this card? If you were going to make a winter card, you could do it in red or cherry cobbler and garden green or old olive, have winter colors. Or you could do it in the fall and use yellows. Oh, I was creating today with the fall colors. The toile, the autumn toile suite, and the paper from the online exclusives. How'd that color the inside on this one? I did the same thing. Didn't even look at it. So I was playing with, where's autumn 12? Oh, it's at 41. Yeah, so I was playing with this suite today, and the Gathering Together designer paper. This one has gold foil in it. This does not, but it's a little bit different because there's only 4 different sheets and you get 3 of each sheet. So those, and they were fun folds. So stay tuned for those cards. They're coming soon. Yes, I'm going to put the bling on. Thanks, Alice. Lena was making Halloween treat boxes and cards. Yay. Thank you, Diane. Diana. The dots? What dots? I would like bright colors. Red for more holiday. Soft yellow or soft purple. Ooh. Fresh freesia. Yes. Susan says orange and garden green. And for me, it would depend on the recipient, whether it was a bright or a subtle. Yes, that is true. That is very true. You could make this, like if it was a wedding anniversary card, you could make it in the colors of their wedding, what their wedding was. Mine was like a peach pie color. So I would do peach pie and soft seafoam. Now, blingy bling. Blingy bling. Should I put pink ones or stick with the gold? Tell me. Tell me which ones I should use on here. And while you do, I'll just clean up a little bit of my mess here. And find my envelope because it's missing. And I know it's here somewhere in all this mess. See, we have pink dots from Alice, gold from Kim, gold from Mary. Pink says Eva. Okay, we're going to use a combination. I won't use the what are those, strawberry slush. I'll use pretty and pink because they're a little bit more subtle. And the gold ones. There's one there. And we'll put the gold one there. And then we'll put a gold one here. Oh, let's put a whole bunch on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Boy. There we go. We got them both. We got them both. So that covers everybody who made a decision for me because we're half and half. Mary says a combo would be awesome. There we go. So there's our card for tonight. Oh, that is so pretty. I just love them. There's two types of cards that really make my heart happy. One is lots of white with a little bit of color, whether it's gold or whether it's purple or orange. You know, when you do lots of white with bursts of color. And the other one I like is sunsets and silhouettes. And I haven't done one of those for a while, so I really should get on that. I did this one, but I haven't showed you guys this one yet. I had it scheduled and then I decided not to have the Facebook Live. So this is using Prairie Grass, and I did a color wash on the background. It's on basic white. You could use the watercolor paper. So that's kind of a sunset and silhouette card. So maybe at some point I'll show you how to do it. But right now I don't have time to fit it in. I have 5 cards that I wanted to show you how to do, and I haven't been able to fit them in yet. Oh, thank you. You guys are so kind. Don't forget, if you are enjoying my video, hit those emojis on Facebook and hit the thumbs up on YouTube for me, please. I hope you have enjoyed our journey. And it's only 6 minutes after 8. I haven't even been on here an hour, and we've made this gorgeous card. Mary says, yes, please. Oh, man. I don't know. What do you think? I've got the kit all made. I just have to do it. Have you got time? Do you want me to show you tonight how to do it? I've got the kit all made, and the card is here. And it's only got a few supplies. I have to dig out the stamp set is the only thing. So I played with the, oh, you can't see it because I haven't got you on there. Oh, you guys are so kind. Oh, Carol, it's after midnight. Oof. Okay, so this was my first attempt. It's ugly. I didn't want to keep it. That's my second attempt. It's ugly. I didn't want to keep that either. But you have to be really careful when you do this because it's only on basic white. You can't go back and forth a lot of times because you start to pill. Can you see the pills? It starts to destroy the cardstock, which is okay if you're putting stuff on top of it, but I'm only stamping on it. So then I had to make another one. Okay, let me get this out of the way because I have notes on the back. So those of you that it's after midnight and you don't want to stick around, thank you for watching, and you can catch the replay. Those of you that are sticking around, you never know what you're going to see when you drop in. Okay, so we have Calypso Coral card base, basic black layer. And we have, oh, apparently I didn't cut this one, 5 1/4 for the inside, but you need 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. So look, I'm just going to cut this. Hang on. Okay, and then I need some paper towel. Paper towel. And my cheap brush. Where is my cheap brush? Really? Honestly? Where did you go? Uh-oh. I can't find my brush. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. So I have this really cheap, this really cheap brush that I got with something, and it's perfect. Then you need something to protect my surface, and this is just a cutting board from the dollar store. And I need a squirt bottle of water. Let's hope I've got some. That's rubbing alcohol. That's not going to do. Um, that's water. That's water and bleach. That's rubbing alcohol. And there's a little bit of water in that one. Okay. So my instructions say cover the bottom half in water, add old olive to the bottom using the cheap brush. Then cover the top half in water, add clips of coral at the top. Where's my card? You can't see my card. I've got it hidden. I'm not going to leave the card on here. I'm going to leave this one on here because I don't want to get my card wet. So it goes this way. And then add water to the center and add Daffodil Delight. And I'm using re-inkers. So let me get blocks. Three blocks. And I need old olive, clips of coral, and daffodil. And old olive. Okay. You are very welcome, Carol and Susan and everyone else. Okay. Paper towel. I'm going to put Daffodil Delight. And I'm using re-inkers rather than the lids of my ink pads because I have to put water on it. Okay, and then old olive. There we go. All right, now paper towel. And these go this way. So that's Calypso Coral, that's Daffodil Delight. This is old olive. Now I'm praying Strawberry Slush would look pretty in place of Calypso Coral. You're right. Okay, now just remember that you can't go over top of this more than twice at the most. So you want lots of water on here because when you're watercoloring, the more water you have, the better you get it. And grab the ink and just do a wash. Apparently, I don't have enough water on there. You really have to have loaded water. Maybe I should put some water on that. Oh, yuck. See what happens? It pills. I should be more prepared for this because I don't have water to get the other colors. Use another one. Pick up some water off of here. And this one is Calypso Coral at the top. There, that's better. See how it ran? That's what it's supposed to do when you have enough color on there. I have another brush. Let's try this one. And then you put water in the center. And, oh, wrong brush. More water. And then you have to let it dry. And as it dries, it will smooth out. This won't because I really screwed that up. But the yellow and the orange will. And when I did the card, then I had to let it sit for probably 5 or 6 hours. And then I used my heat gun to finish it. And when you're drying it with a heat gun, you have to dry it on both sides. So you have to dry it here, and then it'll start to curl like this. And then you go over, turn it over, and you dry it on the back, and it will start to smooth it out. So that's how you do. That's how you do the technique. And then all you have to do is take this and what number is it? 1166. Hang on. The stamp. And I've got Secret C out, so I'm just going to use Secret C because it's almost the color of Memento. But when you're doing this technique, you have to have dark colors. Subtle ones are not going to work because you can tell by looking at this that they do dry a lot lighter than when they're wet. And the other secret to doing this is to make sure that your grass, it is prairie grass, Mary. The other secret is when you're doing this to make sure you stamp your grass up high enough that it's not floating. So you see I've got it right down at the bottom. I hope I didn't move that as I put it down. Oh, yay. And my goop. Now you could use watercolor paper to do this, and you would get a totally different look. And with watercolor paper, you can go over it 2 or 3 times or more without destroying the, oh, except that this isn't the right size. Shoot. I have to cut off a little bit because it's too wide. Now, oh, this is just a hair off the top. It's not too much over. There we are. I hate when I realize it's the wrong size after I got the adhesive on. Okay, so that just goes on there like that. And then this will go flat onto the card base. The Calypso coral base. I don't know what pulp the Fluid 100 is that we carry, Alice. I have no idea. But we do carry watercolor paper. So there we go. And then I just stamped on a piece of soft sea foam, but you could stamp right on here. Sending the healing power of love. How about that one? and we'll just stamp it right on the card. Just ink that up. Stamp it right there. Let's get the card straight. Hopefully I've put that label on. And it's got basically the same gems on it as the card we just finished. Okay, where's my pokey tool gone? I can't function without my pokey tool. There we are. And then on the inside, I just took another one of the stamps and stamped it on the inside. Oh, you shouldn't believe the mess I got now. Let's use this one. Get it off. And the inside. Fluid 100 is 100% cotton. Good. I love this set too, Carol. It's so pretty, and it makes really good insides. I'm always on the lookout for a good stamp set for the inside of cards. Oh, thanks, Lena. Okay. Oh, look, I even had a piece of. So do you like it with the sentiment stamped right on it, or with it on the separate piece and popped up? Let me know, because I have the piece. I can pop it up right over top of what we already did, and then nobody would know. There we go. And our piece is slowly starting to dry. Look at that. Yes, Kim, it makes amazing sympathy cards. On it, says Lena. On it looks good. Okay, now, hang on, if you got time, hang on. This is the watercolor paper that we carry. It's 100% cotton. And this gives you a totally different look. Oh, let's just do a little. I'm not going to do a great big one. Let's just do a little piece. And I'll show you the difference between the two. Oh man, you wouldn't believe the mess I got. Okay, we'll get these out of the way. Over there. And I'm going to bring this back. And our paper towel. And got our colors. I got any water left? I got a little bit of water left. So this you can really lay the water on because it is made for getting wet. And the more water you get on, the better your flow is going to be. Okay, so now, where did I put my brushes? This was the one I used for the green. I'm just going to pick up some of the water and then we'll put some more on. Pick up some color and see how it moves. And it's got pilling on there, but that's the leftover from the other paper. You see how it moves? And then we'll turn it around and we'll put the Calypso coral on. And it's supposed to move like that. So the more water you have, the more it moves. I love how it's done that. Let's add a little bit more water. It's going to dry. And then I'm going to pick the yellow up. We're going to do the yellow in the middle. And you see how I can go back and forth and it doesn't pill. And you can blend it. So you do get a different look. They still both need time to dry, but you get a more subtle than this. Oh, it's okay, Lena. I knew what you meant. Susan likes it popped up. Lorna says on it. Lena says on it. Oh, good. Susan used it for a sympathy card too. If you can, use your paintbrush to apply water. Yeah, I don't have a thing of water here in front of me. Normally, I would have a cup. I've got a cup. Oh, look, it's got my brush in it. I have this cup. This is what I use when I'm watercoloring. And I put water in that and I clean my brushes in it. And I use it to put the water on here instead of the spritz bottle. And it works a lot better. But look at that. It's gorgeous. But you can't stamp on this now until it's dry, because if you do, because our inks, you'd have to use stays on, which you shouldn't use with photopolymer stamps. And because if you stamp with one of our regular inks, they're water-based. And if your paper is still wet, you're going to run, which is really cool if you want that kind of a look. It would be a real watercolor look. Let's stamp on this and see. Let's take this little one and stamp on it. You guys got me going now. I'm excited. I want to play. I want to see what happens when we stamp this on the wet paper. It's not quite wet enough, so I'm going to add a little bit more water because I want it to run when this goes on here. So I'm adding more water and I'm going to stamp this and see how it runs. Oh, that is so cool. I love that. And it's got water on here too, so you could take it and stamp it on an inside piece and it would still run like that. So there you go. There's a bonus watercoloring tutorial that I hadn't planned on doing tonight. You never know what's going to happen when I show up. Halloween cards. Oh, that would be cool, Susan. Absolutely. That would be so cool. Now, I'm going to flip you around again because I'm going to try something. I'm going to flip some more water on this. See, you can move it. Make it look like the wind has been blowing. Oh. You see? I know I should hang up, but come on. I just want to play now. I just want to play. Oh, look at that. Ooh, awesome. Yes, you can tip the paper. It will, if you got enough water on it, you can tip the paper and it will flow. Can you see it down here, how it's flowing? There's so many things you can do, but I warn you, you will get wet, you will get inky, and so will everything around you. So make sure you have something on your table to protect it and move everything else out of the way. All right. Well, thanks everybody. I had so much fun tonight, first with our amazing white and gold card, and now with a quick little watercoloring session and how to make that paper. That card, now I can take it off my to-do list of showing you how to do it. I'm just dabbing off the water now. Oof. Fun. You're very welcome. Playing is a lot of fun. Thanks, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. in my VIP group and on YouTube with a fun fold using the Christmas Traditions suite. I hope you can join me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you soon in my craft room. Don't forget to register for my Winter Creative Escape. You only got 6 more days, and 6 more days to register for my Lights of Aurora class too. The link is in the description of the video. I'm on my LinkTree link. Thanks everybody. Stampin' Smiles.